Hello and welcome back to West Ham Random. England have just managed to pull back a draw against Germany in the Nations League. The one question I've got is why does Gareth Southgate look like a gay Spanish waiter? Tell
Yeah,
me.
you already know who it is. You already know. Hey, I called right at the end, bro. Told me we won. Yo, Antonio got a motherfucking tap in because
I want these guys don't even know what I'm talking about. Yo, Rice or Henderson? Rice or Henderson? Name me one name. Yo, you guys are whack. Straight up. There you go. Don't tell me Rice or Henderson. Yo, they could eat some bird crack, dog.
I am
Straight up. I
clipping
ain't
this and it's
complaining,
going to go
yo.
on Twitter.
Like five of them. All they had to say was Rice or Henderson. Stupid.
Was it 3-3-3-30?
Now we find
That's
out
it.
why Peach.
Like real talk, all they had to say was Rice and Henderson. All they had to say is Harry Kane's a pussy hole for the score the goal. All you have to say is Gareth Southgate looks like a faggot, like gay boy, like fucking Spanish waiter dog. How do you mean? Yo, let's bring in the man now. Let's bring in the man now. Oh, what Ukraine flag? Big yourself up, dog. Yes, yes, yes. Big up yourself. Yes, yes, yes. You're looking at me like I'm dumb, dog. How you mean? I'm just showing love. Straight up. Let's bring in the man now. So first, you already seen the first man, and we got a second man up in the stream. Lucas, what is the dilly chili?
What's good? What's good?
See, I'm all on the hype thing. You're all on like the laid back thing, and Budgie's on the laid back thing. It's like, yo, man, I'm showing you. Yo, let's bring in Budgie. Budgie's in the place. Let's have it. Yo, what are you saying? Rude boy.
Good evening, gentlemen. Nice to see you, Lucas, again.
Always
And
lovely.
Pleasure.
as always, it's a pleasure to see you as well, Peach.
Yo, I got them firecrackers, dog. Straight up. Yo, my boy went to the reserve today to get smokes, and he came back with like 4 packs of firecrackers. I'm gonna light these things off whilst we do the stream, dog. Real talk.
Why would he do that to us, Lucas?
Because, yo, I'm a firecracker to begin with, so it's like, ba 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 boom.
Oh, wow.
So,
What did you think about the match, about the England match? What did you think about him not starting Bowen? What did you think about him not starting
I
Grealish?
can't wait to talk about this.
No, I love it. Yes, yes. Like, okay, first Butchie. Why didn't he start? Why
Hang
didn't
on,
he start Grealish?
wait. Lucas, you can't wait to talk about this. The floor is yours, sir.
Oh, I love
Or
it.
no, that's just the USA men's national team supporter in me that says that.
Well,
But
Go on.
because I've been
Let's have
having
it, mate.
go
Don't
on,
foul.
man. Go on, run it.
And please
I've
don't
been
put
having
feet in the
I've been
camper.
having a ginormous argument today with a bunch of my mates who are all U.S. men's national team fans, but like they keep they're just in out of their minds.
Yeah.
But I stay just like West Ham. I stay cautiously optimistic with the USA men's team because just like West Ham, we have the players, we have the potential, but we just never seem to like really make that next step. But I'll tell you what, every England match I keep watching, I grow in confidence that the USA in their group is gonna do decent. Because Wales are absolute shit.
Yeah, they only got one player, though. Like, real talk.
Not even one. Bale is finished to me. Bale's done.
I know, so they have half a player. You get what I mean?
But I just, I don't know. I want to hear what like everyone has to say about England because Peach, you support England's your number one, right? And then Canada. So I mean, I'm curious what y'all have to say because the last 2 matches have been absolutely fucking awful for England.
And you know,
I
go.
do support England to an extent because obviously
Okay. And
Declan
Croatia.
Bowen.
And Croatia,
Yeah,
too, as well
if
as
I
USA.
well, if I had to give you my tiers, USA and
Yep.
Croatia are like tied.
Yep.
I would say USA first because I watched them first. Then
Mm-hmm.
Croatia's like my 1B, so 1A and 1B, and then Hungary because my mom's Hungarian.
Yep.
And then England is like my fourth like soft spot, depending on who's in the squad. Like
Your mother's Hungarian, yeah?
Yeah.
Talk to me about some leche, dog. That's like my favorite dish in the world. Leche. Like it's like well, you tell them. You know what it is.
I wouldn't know. She's not
Oh,
like
come
full.
on.
She's not full Hungarian.
Oh, leche. It's like what you do is you get tomatoes, potatoes, green peppers, red peppers, like hot peppers, kielbasa. Put it in a bowl with no liquid, and because of the water in the potatoes, it ends up becoming liquid. Even though, like, I'll cheat, I'll get like a tomato soup and put that in there too. But one of the best dishes you'll ever have, man. I swear to, and it's a Hungarian dish.
But
Real talk.
I just want to know because as a USA fan,
Yeah.
Our last 2 matches we played Morocco, who are decent.
Yep.
We beat them 3-0, and then we just drew 0-0 to Uruguay, who again very good, not very good, but a pretty good side.
They're a top team, guys.
And I keep watching England, who are pretty much playing, in my opinion, besides a left back, their strongest 11, honestly. And
I don't see that though. I
just want to see where you guys are coming from with this, because if I was you, I'd be extremely disappointed.
Budgie, take the stage.
Nations League or not, in my opinion, you're playing basically your strongest 11 without a left back. That's the only position I think you're not playing your strongest player.
I think, for fear of repeating myself with a comment I made about West Ham earlier in the season.
Yes.
It's good to have the familiarity of a starting 11. Don't matter how big or small your squad is, if you can keep that starting 11 together, that produces a team. Rather than a squad, it produces a team. Now, I'm kind of for that in a lot of ways, but tonight I have been thoroughly. You used the word, Lucas, disappointed. I probably would have gone a little stronger than that. I think that he didn't start his strongest 11. I think he started about 8 of his strongest players.
I would say, just to butt in real quick, I would say in terms of experience, you've probably started your strongest 11, because obviously, and if we're all being honest, we all know who should be starting on the right wing.
Yeah,
not even a question.
No,
not even a debate.
No, you're right.
It's got to be Jared Bowen. He literally came on the pitch, and I'm not going to say he willed you guys to a goal, but I mean, he played a part in creating the goal. I mean, yes, he did more in 15 minutes than Bukayo Saka did in 75.
100%. 100%. When you're talking about like left back, who was our left back today? Because like the game before, it was Maguire, which I thought was shit.
Saka, I don't rate Maguire at all. I guess he was a left wing back because you were playing a 3-4-2-1.
It was. Yep. You're right.
So like, I guess Saka was a wing back if we're being technical.
Well, who was at like left back though? Like I can't.
No one. It was Saka.
That's it. I thought
the back three was Stones, Maguire, Kyle Walker. Who, by the way, Kyle Walker, great shift today. I rate Kyle Walker so highly.
Oh, I don't, dog. I think Kyle Walker, like, he should be.
I think Kyle Walker is arguably the most versatile player in your squad.
No, Brenton. No, man. Kyle Walker was shit today, I thought, dog. Budgie, what do you think about Kyle Walker's performance?
I got to agree with Lucas. I'm sorry, Peach, but I
No,
thought
no,
he
no,
was
it's all
solid.
good. We all got opinions.
I thought he
Like,
was solid today. I thought he played.
Oh yeah, Trippier was left back. Sorry.
that's it. That's it.
Andy's
That's
right.
it.
I think that Walker played as strong a game as I've seen him play for England.
He gave the ball away too many times, dog. He gave the ball away too many times, man. And Stones, I got no time for Stones. Stones could get thrown in the ocean of clones. I got no time for him, dog.
Ocean of qualms.
But yo, trust me, it's like Bowen, you're so right, Lucas. Like Bowen came on and did more in like 15, 20 minutes than Saka did. Grealish came on and he wasn't like trying to find the ground like like it's his
I
best friend, like he
think
always
I
does.
think the fact that when Grealish and Bowen came on together,
Mm.
I think there was kind of like a unity between those two guys,
Yeah.
And a
and
competitive rivalry,
I
like
felt they knew where their position was and
yeah,
where they're best used.
yeah.
So it kind of gave us a different dynamic. Hence the penalty. You know,
Mhm.
I don't think that would have come without those two guys
Yeah,
on the pitch.
with Grealish and Sterling again, that gives me a Ben Rama Fornals feel and debate, because with Grealish, I don't want Grealish starting against teams when we're counterattack, when we have to sit back and counterattack. Or I'm saying we, like I support England like that. But I kind of do, because I love my time in England. But like when you have to sit back and counter, I don't want Grealish starting, because he's not that pacey. Obviously a great passer. He's not a good dribbler, and he's not the
Mhm.
greatest finisher. I want someone like Sterling, who's a good finisher and has pace. But then if you're going to be on the ball most of the match, so let's say against like Hungary,
Yeah,
I want Jack Grealish starting, because we're going to
me
have the
too.
ball and he can create. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like when Germany scored that goal, their foot kind of went off the gas a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you
And
think that
you got the
Gareth
people
Bowen?
agreeing like England are brutal. Game changed when Grealish and Bone came on. Like that's exactly what you just said. Like
Do you think, Lucas, and you, Peach,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah, yeah.
do you
Thank you.
think that Jared Bowen's game is adaptable enough to fill in
Absolutely.
that role on the right hand side?
Yeah,
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of Jared Bowen's game, in my opinion, is that I know we call him Iron Bowen as a joke, but like literally his style of play, what he's going to bring to the table. And I think he's better than that. He's just not, don't get me wrong, he is phenomenal at being direct, pacey, and cutting in and finishing. But he can do more than that, but it's almost like he doesn't have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like
I
he
mean,
does have
look at his
he does have a
deliveries
good
from the set
ball.
piece.
Yeah, he
He,
does have a good in swing.
yeah.
and also when it comes to the left hand side, I noticed a couple of times last season he went across and took corners and outswung them, and they were just as effective. Although I don't think
Yeah.
they actually produced goals, but they produced moments in the box, which is what you want,
Yeah.
and I think Jared Bowen's game has improved this year so much so that
Oh, big time.
the Spanish waiter can ignore him no longer. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
He really
And
can't.
if Jared Bowen had to, he could probably play on the left and just cross balls in.
Yes,
Yeah.
but then he does so well doing that on the right as well,
Yeah.
because he sends like defenders into the corner, chasing him and the ball, and he'll stop and step back, whip a ball in with a bit of an in swing on it.
Yeah.
It only takes a little touch from the likes of Declan Rice or, what's his bloody name? Harry Kane, that's him, that's the fella.
Yeah.
It only takes a touch from one of the more forward players, Sterling, Grealish, whoever, and that's why I like having the likes of Grealish and that out on the left, because it reminds me of the way we play at West Ham.
Yes, that's what Lucas said.
The
That's
4-2-3-1
yeah,
thing. It kind of reminds me of the way we play. And the only thing missing from that is that big brute up front. Harry Kane is no brute. He's a very clever, very talented striker.
He's by no means a target man. He's the opposite. He's a false
Yeah.
nine.
Yeah. And he's
not a false nine, but he likes to play that role and he's good at it. I wouldn't classify him just as a false nine. He's a striker, but he's very effective when he drops in the midfielding and play a ball, because he is probably the best ball playing striker in the world.
I like it when he retrieves the ball, and I can't believe I'm saying this about a Tottenham player, but I like it when he comes back and retrieves the ball, passes it out to the flanks either way, and gets himself into a position, and the ball comes to him, and he'll finish it off. We lack that. We do lack that as a team. Antonio has been trying to fulfill that kind of role. It hasn't always been successful with the finish. But I think that, I think that for the England setup now, right this moment in time, I think Jarrod Bowen needs to grow into it a little more. But I think the only way he's going to do that is by playing time.
And real quick, the England Twitter has posted who's their player of the match voting, and it is between it's between Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, and Kyle Walker.
I put Jarrod Bowen up there, Grealish up there. Those would be my first.
Jude Bellingham, don't get me wrong, Jude Bellingham is an immense talent. He's going to be a very, very good player, but I still do not think – I didn't think he was that good today. I mean –
I didn't.
I thought he was kind of – I mean, he came on, and in my opinion, I don't think he really, impacted the match. He was composed.
I actually felt like at times – I felt like he was a bit of a liability.
Declan Rice almost gave up a goal that one time when he passed it back to Pickford, and I think it was Musala or someone who almost intercepted it. But besides that, Declan Rice again. I mean, I just don't understand where people come up with these critiques of Rice. He's so good.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And then again, Kyle Walker. I thought if I had to pick one, I think it's between Declan Rice and Kyle Walker, but if I had to pick, I really thought Kyle Walker was immense.
No, stop it.
No way, man.
You and Budgie, get a room. Stop it. No, Kyle Walker was shit, dog. It was, hey, how you doing, my G? No, it was Grealish and Bowen, dog. I'm showing you. Each one he's on TV's in the building, you can't see him. He's going to act like God and just talk. What are you saying, James?
I'm saying that Kyle Walker, mate. Everyone, so Lucas, me and you need to talk, brother. You think he was immense? I thought he was shit, mate.
My G,
how many fouls did he?
But why is he a player of the match then?
Fuck knows, because the rest of them were crap. That's what. You know what I mean? I thought Bellingham was right, mate. You don't think he'd come on after 10 minutes, and he just came very high tempo. I thought Bellingham done all right tonight, really.
Even with the cramp things, one boy got over the cramp things. Referee wouldn't even stop the match. That was bollocks. That was.
With Jude Bellingham, it's just one of those things where I kind of see where people make the argument with Rice, how I perceive Bellingham right now. Like I said, I think Jude Bellingham's going to be a really, really good player, but right now, I think he's composed. He's decent on the ball, decent passer, but he doesn't jump out to me like Rice does. And that could be
Rice wasn't
amount of overrated.
Yeah, but Rice wasn't overrated. Rice wasn't great in the first 30 minutes tonight, though. He was out of position so many times. And listen, I love Declan Rice, but I've got to admit, even the first 30 minutes, 35 minutes, Deck was all over the place, mate.
And that back pass to Pickford was fucking atrocious.
Yeah, so second half, he got a lot better, but I don't know. I think Bellingham was right tonight. Kyle Walker for me, mate. He's all pace, but he just can't defend. He cannot defend that geezer for love of money. Roy Keane said it brilliantly. He's a pace merchant. Like, and he's only, let's be honest, in a free. That's the only reason why he's there. For his pace.
And I don't think I know Gareth Southgate keeps playing a 3-4-2-1, but like there's no shot that's your best formation. There's no way. It just does not seem. And again, this is like from the outside looking in. As I mean, like I said, I do have a soft spot for England because of West Ham, but like as a U.S. men's national team supporter in Croatia, like looking in, like I just don't understand the formation at all because it just like does not play to the strengths of England, in my opinion.
Yeah, but people were saying it was like a 3 at the back tonight. It was a 4. It was supposed to be a 4-2-3-1.
I know, but I thought 3 more so, man. Honestly, I'm with Lucas. I thought 3 more so. Like I thought,
I only say that because I saw like obviously you go on your certain websites and they lay out the formation. I use FOTMob, and they had it lined up as a usual 3.
What do you use? What do you use?
FOTMob.com. FOTmob.com.
Okay, I remember that. I wasn't familiar with that. I get on that.
But they could have been playing 4 in the back. I wasn't really sure. I can tell you this: I thought Kieran Trippier tonight was absolutely dog shit.
But more times I looked at it, it was 3. You're right. Like I agree with you. It was 3 at the back. Like more times I looked at it, it was 3-2, and then like I don't know, like a 3-2.
But real quick for discussion. I know we all have our difference of opinion on player of the match, but to England, it's between Jude Bellingham, Kyle Walker, Declan Rice, Harry Kane. Who are we saying?
I will say Dec, just for the simple fact he played.
He got better between Declan Rice and Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
You're right.
Kyle Walker for me though, mate. I'm gonna say that he'd be like the fourth choice, mate. You know what I mean? I thought Bellingham done well when he come on. Like, don't forget he was a sub. He's come on in a high intensity game, and I thought he was alright, Bellingham tonight. I really did. Who's the other one? Kane. For me, mate. Quiet in the first half.
He's bottled a good amount of chances to him and Sterling.
Not many. Yes, sir.
I think he's becoming like he does go missing in big games, Kane. That's the one thing I will say.
I'm not sure. But what I was basically getting at, why I wanted to talk about the match was because, I mean, I talked about it earlier before you jumped in, James. But as a USA international supporter, the way, and I know it's Nations League, and you can make of it what you want. Some people don't really take it that seriously. Some people are like, this is a legitimate warm up before the World Cup. With every match, I grow a bit more confidence in the group for the World Cup, personally.
England won't win the World Cup playing like that, though, bro.
Well, I mean, let's be realistic. I don't think they have a chance, but I don't think anyone's like touting them to win the World Cup. I don't know what your expectations are.
England are joint second favourites, mate.
Really?
World Cup. Yeah.
Well, when you put the starting lineup of like Mount, I got no time for Mount. I'm sorry. I know
Mount was insanely quiet tonight. He contributed literally nothing.
I don't know. People were saying about Mount, but Mount was having shots and trying to do something. Saka's the one for me. What did he do tonight? Nothing.
Wally, I signed up for a free trial of Fubo TV. That's how I watched the match because I couldn't be bothered to watch a stream that was like 5 minutes behind real time.
What did you watch it on?
Fubo TV. I got a free trial. I got a free trial, and I had money on England, which thankfully they came through. I had England draw no bet first half, which I didn't. It pushed, but then I had England plus a half, so basically to win or draw, and then I had under 2.5 goals. But I'm just saying with every match that I keep watching England, I just grow with more confidence in the U.S. men's national team, like going up against them, because I don't expect any of you to really be watching. Some people might have watched the friendly against Morocco because Aguerd was playing, but I know we're not playing the standard of competition that England and all these other teams.
No,
usually
you
play.
are. You're
No. I cannot compare South America and CONCACAF to Europe.
No, but Uruguay's no slouches, man. Who's it? Cameroon? They're no slouches, man. Like you're playing top
But
teams.
basically what I'm saying is America has yet to play like anywhere near a strong 11, and we beat Morocco 3-0.
Yeah, but it's all
which is
about
a surprise to me. And then Uruguay, we could have beat them. But
yeah, but when you play the mighty English, mate, you ain't got a chance, Luca. You know it. You know it, mate. Listen, I love you because you're West Ham fan.
I'll say this. I'll say this before what you're about to say. I will be highly disappointed if USA does not finish second in that group because Wales are gargantuanly shit.
Oh, I don't know, mate.
James, Wales are so shit.
How many Gareth Bales have you got in your team, in the US of A, mate?
He's finished. He's done. He is done.
Listen, I'm speaking
on a Yarmolenko own goal. They're so done. And Dan James is shit. Aaron
you will be lucky to beat Iran, mate, and that is just pushing it.
Come on. Bollocks.
That is bollocks. 100%.
I respect it. But like I said, I will be extremely and severely disappointed if we do. I'm not going to say finish second comfortably, but
yeah.
I mean, we should not lose to Wales. I am so passionate in that take. They are so shit.
I think you'll beat Wales.
And let me tell you, if we lose to Iran, I'm jumping off a bridge.
No, you're not, dog. I'm stopping you from doing them things, dog. Yo, Bucky, look who we have in the chat, dog. Yo, Jazzy J, dog. Gambian Hammers, dog. Like, yo.
I'd be more worried if Ukraine beat Wales. If Ukraine beat Wales and made it into our group, I would probably say we finished third. But that's how much I think of Wales. They are dog shit.
So, Lucas, who's in the group? Is England? Is America?
England, Wales, Iran. USA.
And America. Yeah?
Yeah.
England,
Iran ain't going nowhere. They can go back to Borat land and like Kazakhstan. Like, they ain't going nowhere. USA.
I can see that as the finishing order, actually. England,
No. Who is it? It's England, Wales, Iran, and USA. So the two teams that are going to go through are going to be England and America. 100.
I think.
100.
And that's bias aside. I truly do think Wales are that shit.
Yo, when
Gareth Bale scores a free kick into the top corner, I want to see them American tears crying everywhere, mate. Honestly.
No, you know what, Fever? I'll show you.
Y'all better hope Jordan Pickford doesn't pull a Rob Green.
I'll show you this. USA have got the infrastructure to become massive, like West Ham does. Straight up, they do have the infrastructure to become massive, and they got the players. They got the coaching. They got this. They got that. Like, yo, I done knew this on time, dog. They're no slouches, dog. They're no slouches, dog.
We have been the little brother, not only to England, but all other, I guess, English-speaking UK, Europe, whatever. We've always been little brother, but little brother ain't so little no more. We have got Champions League players all over the pitch.
You're not the little brother. You're the step brother that no one likes.
No.
Step-on son, dog.
And we're about to become the parents' favorite. That's what
you're the step brother that was adopted once.
We are about to become mom and pop's favorite.
No, USA is gonna do damage. Like, Canada's gonna do damage. England's gonna do damage. Like, when we put out our first 11, Gareth Southgate's just experimenting right now. When we put out our first 11, bring Foden back up in the mix when he's not injured. We're running two things, dog. Grealish, Bowen, Foden, flipping hell. That's mad, dog. That's mad. And Mikel Antonio needs to like check in his like Jamaican passport for his English one and get back in the squad, but that ain't gonna happen. And
It's never going to happen.
Craig Dawson's in the European season, like European team in the season, and he can't get into the English squad. What's that all about, Mark?
Happy.
All about?
Happy. I am not overconfident at all. Wales are that shit.
I believe you. I believe you.
I am not, and I'm being totally, obviously, you know I'm being serious. And all banter aside, they are shit.
Yeah.
They are not better than the U.S. And I am cautiously optimistic about the U.S. Like I just said, if Ukraine beat Wales and they were in the group, I'd tout us to finish third. Because I think Ukraine are better than us. But
what's Yarmolenko doing, like scoring goals like how he did the other day, but he can't do them things for West Ham. Like I know he did it against Villa and like he did it in the Europa League and that, but it's like he does it for Ukraine day in day out every time he plays, dog. Like he should honestly wear a Ukraine shirt under his West Ham shirt when he plays, but now he's gone. Like where do you think he's gonna go? Budgie, is there any news, or Lucas, is there any news that where
I have no clue.
me neither.
Even though he's no longer part of the squad anymore, I did want to see Ukraine beat Wales.
Yeah.
And I don't dislike Wales. I think they're.
You don't dislike
okay.
Wales? Are you sure, bruv? Like you got a lot.
This is
you
the
got
thing.
a lot of hatred for my my grandmother's.
They're okay.
Birthright.
They're okay, but they're not better than the old red, white, and blue.
We're playing Croatia.
Definitely not better than Croatia either.
There you go.
I reckon USA won't win a game at the World Cup. What do you reckon?
Oh my goodness!
Oh, like Fabio Capello times, dog, with England.
I'm not kidding. If we don't beat Iran, I will go on the worst rant that this planet has ever seen.
Each one his own TV. Come over. I want your reaction. When Iran pat 5 past you, mate, and then you're looking and going like,
I want paintballs and BB guns shot at my back and front.
Oh, shut up! You're not jumping off a bridge, dog. Say that.
That would be worse. That would be worse than losing to Iran 5-0 would possibly be worse.
That ain't gonna happen.
Then West Ham going 1-0 down to Frankfurt at home. Oh,
Iran got some good players, you know, mate. In their squad, the rest of it. A lot of people from Germany in their team, I think. It is.
I have to see this.
Straight up. Yo, what do you think the chance, Budgie? This is a question for you.
Oh my gosh, you would never believe who's their head coach. He's Croatian. Oh my!
Oh, see, now it's all on Pete Tong. Now it's all on Pete Tong. Now you are going to have to jump off a bridge.
We're done. USA are done. Literally, Iran's head coach is Croatian. That is such a troll. That is a life troll. I can't recover from this.
No, you got to wear like 3 shirts now, dog. USA, England, and Croatia, dog, and and Canada.
I am
just
sick to my
dog.
stomach.
Just repeat, dog. Yo, Budgie, what do you think the chances of like Canada doing well in the World Cup? You think we got a shot, or do you think it's like, nah?
I'll tell you the group real quick before you say anything, Budgie.
Please do.
Okay, wait, hold on. Canada World.
I remember looking at it before, but I can't remember exactly.
It's Croatia, Morocco, Belgium,
and Canada.
Yeah.
Damn,
that's a good group.
That's a tough group, dog.
Not for Canada, it ain't.
No, that's not a good group for Canada, dog.
They've got Jonathan and David, though.
Yeah, but one player makes not a team. So
how do you mean? Like
Alphonso Davies
before Gareth Bale started pushing the Zimmerman, dog.
Listen, we had Paul Gascoigne and we couldn't win fuck all. So just do
Happy. We also have Weston McKennie, star boy.
Dope, who plays in Germany, and he is dope. And we were after him, dog. We were after him.
Tyler Adams, another Champions League player, RB Leipzig.
Yep.
Musa Valencia, another Champions League, Europa League player.
100. Yep.
Matt Turner going to Arsenal. Zach Steffen, Man City. Serginho Dest, Champions League player, Barcelona. No big deal.
Yeah, but I like the boy. I like the boy. The how do you say McKinney Weston or McKinney West?
Weston McKennie.
Yeah, he is the real deal. He is the real deal.
Giovanni Reina, no big deal either. He's just probably one
He
of the
just fill up
brightest
the
up and
spaces,
coming
man.
youngsters. Tim Weah, Tim Weah is decent. He's all right.
So Wally World's asking how you were able to watch the match, and that was on the football thing, wasn't it? The FUTBAL.
Fubu TV.
Oh, Fubu, that's it. Fubu, like fucking Damon off like Shark Tank probably runs them things. Like, how do you mean Fubu?
Oh my god, Fubu is so expensive. Like literally, like I said, I saw there was a free trial, and that's what the Nations League games have been on over in America.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, they're so the price to have that like package is so expensive. It's like $84.
You need to get a box. You need to get a box. I got this box.
The Nations League is not worth $84 a month.
But Brenton, I got this box, and we get it all for free, like Dazen, Sky Sports, BT Sports, like Fubu, everything, dog, for like the small minimum amount of like what $15 a month. Real talk.
Hammerhead, I know you're trolling, but Peach, pack your bags. Hammerhead said if USA win one match, he's gonna fly you out for some pie and mash. Pack your bags.
Oh, listen. USA is gonna win more than one match, dog. I got belief in them. Like, and this ain't because Lucas is on. Like, I've thought from time the USA, and I said before, when they get the infrastructure right, which they have, they got the money to like back the coaching staff and the management staff and all them things. Like, no, USA, they'll be in dizzy heights in the World Cup at the end of the day. And I think England will be. I think Canada will be. I think who else? I don't know. Who am I missing? I wasn't that impressed with Germany today. Like, they were good, but
yeah, but we all know Germany. Germany are gonna
show up when they need to show up.
Yes, they always do somehow. Even with they have a bit of a different squad this year. Like in some key areas are kind of old, but then they have a bunch of they have a lot of youngsters who are just, in my opinion, unproven at the national level. But obviously, like Werner, Havertz are going to be a danger. Gnabry's good. Like Nicholas Stoll. Germany will always be a threat no matter what.
Remember when Germany had that player? Because whenever I think of Germany, I always think of Schweinsteiger. Remember him? Like, he was a baller, dog. Like, he was mad. He was mad. Like, Schweinsteiger back in the day, like, he was just like he ran things. And I think the person that everybody's talking about the new Paul Gascoigne and all them things. I think the new Paul Gascoigne for England is going to be Grealish. I really do. If you don't like make best friends with the grass, I think it's going to be Grealish. I really, really do, man. What about Jesse Lingard? Get him playing some matches for West Ham when he comes back. Get him in the squad. Like, then you'd have like what? Grealish, Lingard, and Bowen, like up top, like with Kane at the front, like, or Ollie Watkins at the front, like. Was Fever, Jay Hustle, was Tammy Abraham on the team today or no?
He was on the bench, I'm pretty sure.
Was he? Okay. I think James is gone. Shit. Hold up. What happened to James? Oh no, he's still there. He's probably just doing two things. But yeah. What was your outlook on what was your outlook on today, Buds? Like with England? Like,
yeah, I kind of just took over. I'm sorry, Budge. Give me your overall thoughts.
No, you can take over any time you want. How you mean? This is what West Ham Random's about, random things. But Buds, let me know.
To be honest with you, I wasn't really excited to watch the game.
Why not? Why not?
I just wasn't.
Why not?
Because not interested in England. I'm only interested in West Ham, if I'm
Oh,
honest.
see, that's bollocks. That's bollocks, man. You have to be just
I
as
get
interested in your
that.
country.
I
You
get that.
know, it's
I
kind of,
don't, dog. I
you
don't,
know,
man.
I only
I don't
watch
watch
it
this
because
football,
there's
dog.
no other football to watch right now.
Because honestly, like if Declan Rice and Jared Bowen were not in the England squad, I would be in full like I don't give a shit about England. I hope we batter them. Like that's just me speaking because I'm American, obviously.
On my phone. Shit. Hold on. Hold on.
But
I'll be right
Bugsy,
back.
I
Hold up.
totally
Hold
feel
up.
that.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I gotta cool down.
But yeah, I feel that. Like I said, if Jared Bowen and Declan Rice weren't in the team, I would probably be in full like trolling mode talking about
Yeah,
England.
exactly that. I went over the pub for a beer and a pint, like, and a game of darts, and I'd forgotten the England game was coming on. I'd completely forgotten because I've got no interest. And they put it on the screens, and I thought, oh, what's all that about? And then the volume went up on the speakers and stuff, and everybody started talking about the England game, and I'm like, nah. And I watched the first 15 minutes, came home and watched the rest of it at home. And I really wasn't that bothered by it, I've got to be honest. It was nice to see Jared Bowen come on. It was nice to see Declan Rice in the England shirt. But the competition means nothing to me. It's not the World Cup. It's not the
Yeah.
European.
I know it's preparation for the World Cup, though, and I just love seeing the dynamics of
I wish
your
the
Liverpool
USA
players.
had that
No, but
kind of
no,
warm up.
listen, check this out. I just love seeing the dynamics between like West Ham players, like Liverpool players, Man City players, like Tottenham players, like Leicester players. Like I love seeing the dynamic of them working. It's like a fantasy like team, fantasy league type things, and I just love seeing the dynamic of that. Like you guys don't
I
you
understand where you're
you're
coming
not
from,
attentive
Pete.
to that.
But for me,
One,
right now, I've heard plenty of, like, if you want to call them reports,
yeah,
stories, whatever you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
call
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
I've heard comments, if you like,
Yeah.
about the dynamic within certain clubs, West Ham being one, Tottenham being one, Chelsea being one, Liverpool being another. I've been I've been privy to conversations and that, and you know, from the way I see it, and this is not looking at it through claret and blue tinted glasses. This is looking at it as a football fan. From the way I hear it and the way I have it kind of presented to me, as it were, the dynamic at West Ham seems to be very sure-footed, very almost like on a train track. You know, it knows what direction it's going in. Do you know
Word
what
up.
I mean? Whereas other clubs don't seem to quite have that
Oh my goodness.
final nail in the lid, if you like. You know, there seems to be something lacking from the reports that I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And England kind of are following suit with a lot of the clubs I mentioned. You know, they don't seem to have that well attitude. And I think that's what it boils down to. You know, like, I don't know if you have watched the Stuart Pearson who talked about him leaving West Ham and stuff. It's really quite interesting. And he talks about, you know, like the impact that the players in the changing room have on us guys that are in the stands or watching it on TV around the world, you know. And he's saying that, you know, that the unity that the club feels at the moment is very similar to how it was back in the days of Bowen, you know. That the
Right.
change of stadium seems to have been overcome to some degree by a lot of people.
No, I hear that. I hear that. I want Lucas to answer this question, Doc. Hammerhead saying USA won't even get the call in our half. I
Listen,
don't agree with that.
listen.
I don't agree with that, Doc.
I get the trolling. I get the banter. I do, but I will say this: if you strongly believe that, I feel sorry for you.
Darn, darn, darn. I agree with that, Doc. I agree with that, Doc. Like, big up Hammerhead, but I agree with Lucas on them things.
I will
Man.
say this though, and I've been seeing all the. I saw Epic's comments about, oh, it's only Morocco or a poster.
Yeah.
First off, I disagree with that. But two,
100.
I wish we had the kind of warm up that the UEFA Nations League has. Like, I would kill to be playing and warming up against Wales, England, Germany. Like, and that's why I was having an argument with my friends. Like, they were talking shit about England not being that good, and I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, England literally not only hosts the best league in the world, but they play in the best region of football in existence.
100.
And that's why before I was telling you, like, I'm optimistic with the U.S. national team, but like I'm not going to sit here and say that we are anywhere near England, because I still like, even
Wales are gonna tap you. Wales are gonna give you a good kicking.
We are ranked 15th right now in the FIFA rankings. And, but that 15th to like top 10 is such a massive jump.
Oh, 100.
Brendan Johnson's gonna run you ragged, mate, for Wales, doesn't he?
He can't even get on the pitch for Wales.
That's what I'm talking about.
He knows he's USA, and as that old saying goes, easy. You shut up.
I can't believe you went into Wales and like Lucas all those words.
I'm gonna make sure before we all play, I'm gonna send out a friendly reminder of a tweet. We are all West Ham. I support West Ham above all. But if we win, I'm going to banter the fuck out of every single person.
I love it.
And there may be some things said that I don't mean full-heartedly, but it is I'm just saying right now, if USA somehow draw England, the timeline is gonna blow up from one person.
Yo, that's gonna be mad. Yeah, that's gonna be mad. That'll be mad, dog. Like, same way as, like, imagine Canada.
I won't do it against Wales, because, like I said, Wales are shit. I don't care. Wales are small fry. Small fry.
No, they are. They're like in the
man that lives in a country.
What do you call it? Dog? The thing that you get at McDonald's. When you get the thing at McDonald's, and it's like the kiddie meal. Yes, yo, Wales are like the Happy Meal fries, dog. Like, they're not even in a carton thing. They're in like some like paper bag thing. Like, that's Wales, dog. Trust me. Don't know, man. Dragons and no dragons. They're like, oh, man. They don't got it, dog. You got a better squad than them.
I really do not want to hear that Aaron Ramsey is better than Weston McKennie. I don't want to hear that Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale is better than your entire squad, your substitutes, and your manager, your poor boys, and the whole MLS.
Somebody watched the football national pump tonight, dog, and I know that's you, Jay Hustle.
Gareth Bale has been riding the bench on a Jesse Lingard ting for 2 years. And the man puts in one ball into the box, gets an own goal, and people are raving about his contribution. I just don't get it. The guy's finished.
Oh, right. I'm clipping that. The guy is finished.
Yes.
Right? We will see that in November. A few months later.
But anything else? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We've got the boys. We've got the boys to finish second. We're not going to beat England. We're not going to finish above England. I'm saying that now.
Where
Yes.
that's the
It's obvious.
Well,
I think we
you're
need
not
to make
getting
this.
anywhere near second then.
Yeah, no. If we don't finish second, I'm going to be
Yeah,
incredibly
fair.
disappointed.
So if you finish bottom, what do we expect from
Oh.
Lucas?
You won't
They ain't
see.
gonna
You won't
finish
see me
bottom.
for a
They're too
long
good,
time.
Listen,
I
England
think-
have got no fucking chance of winning at the moment. The way we
We're
play
winning the
the
World
last
Cup,
few
guys.
games.
What are you doing with it? We're winning the World Cup.
Wales
Done
have
it.
history. What history do they have?
Wales have got a better chance of winning
got-
it than we have at the
No, they
moment.
don't. Look, they got dragons and they got like stupid girls that talk funny, dog.
Wales have a
got no chance of
history.
winning the
Wales
World
have a
Cup.
history in rugby and golf.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
singing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? But I did get to the semi-final of the Euros, I think it was, in 2016. So
Yeah, that was like Earn's high days, dog. I
With
mean,
about 7 of the players that are still playing, James. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
mm,
So, those changes haven't exactly been, they haven't been the best, in my opinion. And, it's going to take time for those newer players to bed in. And I hope
Never
they
you
do
mind
that
in the
before the
chat.
World Cup.
You need some help putting in some sort of like applicable name. Never you mind. You can't even put in your name. You can't even talk shit with your own name.
Them just fighting.
I hope he's Welsh. If he's Welsh, tell me. I hope he's Welsh so I can talk.
well, I've got Welsh family, Lucas, so that's why I'm backing the Welsh Dragons, mate. It's England, Wales 1-2, mate, and the US of A will be like crying into their like donuts and muffins and in the morning.
And McDonald's, something, fried food.
You will be back to
Mr.
watching American
Bond.
football.
Mr. Bond, I'm giving you a wave as requested.
Yes, Ian Rush wasn't bad. Yeah, I know that. Ian Rush is a legend. Like, I know that. Wasn't Kenny Dalglish Welsh as well?
Kenny Dalglish was Scottish.
Got it.
Yeah. King Kenny.
James Collins was Welsh.
Danny
Yes,
Gavin.
Danny Gavin was Welsh.
John Hartson.
Craig Bellamy. He was Welsh too, wasn't he? Craig Bellamy?
Bellamy, yeah.
Craig Bellamy was John. How you mean? I think
Look at all them players. Look at all them players we just reeled off, and then you look at West Ham's one American. I think we've had Jonathan Spector.
No, these Jonathan Spector alone.
I'm taking names in the chat. The only one that's up in me is Wally, obviously.
We've had
I'm taking names.
number one.
Taking names. See, yo, Lucas got it on lock. I don't care.
I'm telling you, I've said this a million times. This isn't this isn't a grudge, but I hold the best grudges, and this is close to a grudge. I love proving people wrong. I'm listing all these names, and I'm going to be coming at you full force.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Like, even Frankie's going against, like, I know Frankie's like Italian / like English / like American. Even he's going against it, dog. Like, USA losing to Iran and Wales. Like, Frankie, what are you dealing with, dog? Like, I'm disappointed, man.
Chance, have they? If that's how they feel, the USA got no chance, have they?
Listen,
see, even Molly was saying Frankie.
The USA are better than that. They're not going to lose every game.
I will say this:
if
we lose to Iran and Wales, but we beat England, that will make up for everything.
You ain't beating England. You ain't beating England. You ain't beating England. Like Pulisic's, like no, we got like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Pulisic's, dog. Like real things. When we put our first 11 out, different things.
Happy's trolling me. I know she is. I'm gonna be above her trolling.
What's she saying? What's she saying? What's she at? I'm behind.
We're not recognized. We're not recognized as a national team yet. We're ranked 15th in the world. That's higher than That's higher than Croatia. That's higher than Croatia, who literally went to the final last World Cup. But
Morocco probably be better teams to qualify than Canada, to be frank. Luke, piss off. Straight up. Love you to pieces, but piss off at the same time. Hammerhead is saying, I'll fly Pete to London and buy him pie and mash. Oh, I'm way back, and I'm way back. Continue talking. I'll just like put these up. Continue
Croatia's the
talking.
worst. They went to a World Cup final. You
Get
people
me?
don't know ball.
You get me? You get me? And they done beat England in that World Cup final, dog. Trust me.
Just somebody make some sense of all this.
Was it? It was England they beat, no?
Yes, I was in a pub
But,
full of all
yeah,
Englishmen,
yeah.
all Croatian. I did not
I love that.
celebrate like an
I
absolute
love
maniac.
that. I love that, Doug. I love that. And you know,
Yes,
my
yes,
father's always said Croatians are like some of the best footballers. Like he said, two countries, Bosnia Herzegovina or some shit like that, and
Bosnia
Croatia.
Herzegovina.
There you go. He said those two like countries. They said they had the best team, and then he said Yugoslavia. When it was Yugoslavia, they had the best team, and
yeah,
they
they were
gone on
absolute
to do
ballers.
big things. Yes, you're right, Lucas.
Yes,
100.
Hammerhead, I am going off world rankings because why would we be ranked 15th if we weren't like decent?
Croatia have produced some absolutely stunning ballers.
Oh, remember that boy? Did he play for Croatia? Neved was his name, Neved
No, he
or
played for the
Nev?
No,
Czech. He played for the
Czech
Czechs.
Republic.
It was. He was so dope. He was like a Luka, wasn't he? Like a
Davor
Luka
Suker.
Modric, man.
Who remembers
So
him?
dope.
Oh, Davor Suker. He was quality. He was Croatia.
Yeah, yeah, he
Only if
was.
he
He was.
could bag in a few more for West Ham when he came, but he was old at the time, obviously.
So Lucas, who like going on like
England are ranked 5th in the FIFA World Rankings right now. Like, what are we
I
saying?
know we're gonna be ranked #1 when we win it, but like, yo, let me ask you, like, signings for West Ham coming through. What's going on? What is going on? Like, Rafinha, is that a possibility?
No,
Calvin Phillips, is that a
no,
Can we
possibility?
wait? Can we wait till the
Jonathan
no.
transfer
David, is
window
that a
officially opens on
possibility?
Friday? Please.
Come on, like, yo, who's coming in the door? Is it gonna be that a guard boy? Like, who? Are we gonna like
Aguero.
tie up Areola? Like, let's bring it back to like our team, dog. West Ham United, dog. What's gonna go on?
I predict the worst.
No, no, don't. What do you mean by that?
No
Um,
striker.
No, we need
This
two.
looks
I'm not
like
getting.
We
that.
need two.
I'm not getting my.
12
I'm not getting my
midfielders.
hopes up at all.
If Jay Lings ends up at the top, he's guaranteed he finds his watch. No, he didn't steal no watch. That's whoever the watch thing. I don't even know what that is. I don't get that. Nah, 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 nah. But yo, do you think Jay Lings is gonna come back, Budgie, or do you think it's like a dream?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I've seen conflicting articles about it that he definitely wants to come back and that he
Yeah,
was in talks with West Ham. Him and his brother were in talks with West Ham
yeah,
about finalising a deal and this and that. And then there's other stories that other people have been saying that there's no way he's going to come back to us unless he finds out who took his watch, etc. Which I don't believe in the slightest. To be fair, I would love to have Jaylings back. The
me
Jaylings
too.
we had last season at the
Yeah,
in the January era, the second half of the season. Would love to have that Jaylings back. I'd love to have 2/3 of that Jaylings back, if I'm
you get
honest.
me? I agree.
Um, he would be really good for morale in the club because everyone will remember, or will any newcomers will know what he did for us and how well he did for us in his last spell with us.
He
So
basically got us into
yeah,
Europa, dog. Honest.
mentality wise, Lingard coming back could be a very good thing.
Yep,
Now,
yep.
also on the flip side of that, if we don't get the same J-Lings back, or even anywhere near a third of the J-Lings we had, we
Yeah,
don't get him, it's going to kind of damage the morale and the well-being of
But he's
the.
not the type of player that would damage the morale button. He brings it up. He has that energy about it. Like, you know what I mean? He's just
He
that type
does,
of
and he's
character.
got a point to prove. You know,
Yeah,
to be fair, and he wants to be a part of that World Cup squad in November.
agreed.
So, you know, I can see him if he comes to West Ham. I can see him getting 5 goals in his first 3 games, kind of thing. You know,
Sure.
I can see him coming out of the blocks, full on. You know,
Yeah.
smoke out of his trainers and all that nonsense. You know, can he sustain it? Who knows? I mean, the man's 30 almost.
Yeah,
You know,
but
some people are saying, look, you know, he ain't played that much football. So therefore, his energy reserves haven't been used up as much. Mate,
come on,
listen,
dude. Behave.
age,
Sorry, what?
there is no fucking catching up with age. Trust me, I know. I know. There is no catching up with age. So, listen, Joe Leeds would be a great signing for us in the short term, maybe maybe 18 months. But I don't think it's a forward thinking signing. I think that's a secure it kind of, you know, let's have him because he done well for us before. Let's, you know, go with the devil we know rather than, you know, do you know what I mean?
No,
I
I know
don't
what you're saying.
I think it's a bit of a safe signing, if you understand what I mean.
It's a lack of fun signing in my eyes.
Hmm.
No, no, me. It's a lack. It's not a lack of nothing. I think if Homeboy comes through, he'll like, yo, the morale will be up again. You'll see like the what is it? The Moy Street Boys back in effect now. Like who was it? Fornells, Suchek, Lingard, like Rice playing the drums. Like
Backstreet Moyes.
that's it. That's it. I want to see the Backstreet Boys back again. How do you mean, man? I love that, dog. I love that. I think. What about Jonathan David? I know I'm going like Canadian with this, but like, what about Jonathan David, dog?
Good
Mate,
for
from
good.
what I've seen and heard of him, uh, he'd be a great signing for any club, to be fair.
And what about the boy who plays for USA that Lucas mentioned, the Weston McKinney Weston or McKinney West? What do you think about him?
I haven't really seen an awful lot of him.
He's good. He's really good. He's really
Ex-Juventus.
good.
Yeah, I
Ex-Juventus
mean,
player. He's a good player.
yeah,
Ex-Schalke.
Yeah,
from what
yeah,
I've
Manny.
seen and what I've heard, and from what you guys are saying, you know, if he's that good, you know, why not? Why not have a
From
punt?
a West Ham perspective, I would take any player that has ever played in the Champions League.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You know, we've
Would you
got
take
one.
Juan Mata? He's played in the Champions League.
I take him any day of the week. I
Listen,
take him any day of the
I
week,
will
dog.
I will take any Champions League player that has played in the Champions League that's under the age of 28 years old.
Brenton, I take one ladder and I take above your 28-year-old. I take N'Golo Kante. I take N'Golo Kante and one ladder in a minute. Like you wouldn't
I'll
have
have
to ask me
N'Golo
twice.
Kante
I
in a
take them in
heartbeat.
a minute.
Thing is, the way we are at the minute, we're stalling on this card deal. It doesn't look positive from like what we're seeing, and that will be the second deal in 6 months that's failed under this ownership.
Yeah, well, the ownership is shit, and that's why you ain't been to the ground in 6
I don't
years.
think it's
For
gonna
Christ's sake,
fail.
man. Like, piss on them, dog. GSP. Fuck off.
In
I think
fairness,
we're just waiting to see if he
it's
gets
not
if he gets
always
hurt.
it's not always down to the ownership, and it's not necessarily down
No,
to
but
the
these owners have been shit. Like we've always had.
I've
shit
never known a
owners,
club.
right?
listen,
Like
our
Edgar
ownership is the
Anderson,
worst.
I've never known a club in all my life to take so long in signing one player.
Yeah,
We've done
but
it
I'm
with-
saying
We've
been
done it
3
with
years.
We've done it with Coletta Carr in January. Like,
Yeah.
how long did that take?
Yeah.
And it still didn't happen. Milenkovic
Nope.
last season, same thing.
Yeah.
It's not on. It's not on.
Milenkovic and Milenkovic and the car. It was the same result. Like it was that. It was just like drip drab. Like nothing ever came of it. Nothing. We need to make signings and do it quick. We need to bring players in. The first thing we need to do is get Ariola on a permanent contract
Sorry, devil's advocate one more
and then
time,
bring
though.
some other players in, dog.
Devil's advocate one more time. Kaleta,
Yeah.
while we were all raving and ranting about Kaleta, we didn't get him. Granted, we didn't, and I agree, but we did get Kurt Zuma.
Yeah, but Zuma come in the summer though, didn't they? Kaleta was in January.
Oh, okay, fair play.
Yeah,
Fair play.
Kaleta should have been in through the door.
Zuma. None of
He
us
should have.
regret
You're right, James.
that.
Yeah, but what it is with that is though, right? And it's not me being argumentative or nothing. Zuma was an easy person to sign because he wanted to stay in London, and he didn't want to go to. He didn't want to go to Tottenham. Arsenal didn't fancy him, so where else would he go? He ain't gonna go Palace because that's a massive step down. And West Ham had just qualified for Europe, so Zuma was really a no-brainer. His brother played for Dagenham and Redbridge, and it was like he's just going to. Right, it's a perfect club for him to come into. So Zuma was really a signing that everything sort of matched up, and that like the stars aligned, and we got Kurt Zuma. The difference is now is we was lucky that Zuma come back in January because he was out when he got injured against Chelsea, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we had no centre half. And in January, we need a centre half. We're going for Kaleta. It's all done, finalised. All it needs to be do is final cross the I's and dot the T's. And the next thing you know, the board want to drop the money down because they're trying to have over Marseille. Now, listen, if we're in that situation, we wouldn't want to be had over as fans. So why would Marseille want to be had over? Difference is now is that it's happening again. Like same thing happening again. Like it's stalling over bonuses now, bonus payments. Now, if you know that the bonus payments are X, that's what you've got to pay. You don't go in and go, oh, we're just going to pay half of that or a third of that. That's not business, is it? Let's be honest.
You're right. What do you think about that, Alex? And Luke, Lucas, what do you think about that?
Listen, I don't disagree with any of that.
Yeah.
But I'm just. I think that the only thing that I would kind of sort of suggest is that I think that Kurt Zuma, when he first came to West Ham, I think he came because he wanted to come to West Ham. I don't.
He wanted to play.
Believe that it was because he wanted to stay in London. Because
I don't know that
like PSG or Marseille had gone in for him, do you not think he would have gone back home?
He was never going to go to PSG, not with their defence. And like, if he wanted to stay in London, on the outskirts of London, what better club to come to than a club who's just qualified for Europa League on the way up? Like, and you're going to be the main man. Like, you're going to be one of the main men. For me, it was perfect for him. He was never going to go back up north. He'd been
perfect for us as well, though, James. Really, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, at the time, we've signed a great player, right?
Yeah,
or he's a very, very good player, and that's the sort of standard that we need to be signing.
Yeah.
And with the Agard deal, it seems like because we want these top players, we just don't want to pay out for them, and that's a problem. And that goes back to the board at the end of the day, mate, and the ownership.
Well, I suppose you're right.
Like if you want a top striker,
with that, you've got to also stick David Moyes into that mix because he isn't the sort of player to be the manager to be frivolous with money anyway, is he? Let's be fair.
No,
he is.
Hold on, James. You were saying if you want a top striker, what?
If you want a top striker, you got to pay the money, ain't you? Like West Ham are trying to go after someone from Salzburg, I think it is. Yeah, 8.5 million. Now, no disrespect for the kid. I don't know who this kid is. Yeah, don't know who he is. But if you want to compete and be a top 7 Europa League challenging team each year, we need a striker in our ranks who's going to score at least 10 to 15 goals a season.
At
Now,
least.
at the end of the day, right, last summer's transfer window was poor, really. We signed Zuma. We got Ariola on a loan deal, which was no fee. And the other two signings were absolutely disastrous. Krell didn't play, and don't talk to me about Blessed. People were telling me
Yeah,
Blessed was
I
going to
know.
come.
I had high hopes for Bassett. Like when I spoke to
So,
him there, I had high hopes.
and the problem is, one thing that happens on the West Ham transfer front, and whether it's me tell you, X tell you, or anyone on Twitter tells you, the same things happen over and over and over again. It happened with Carlos Bacca. It happened with El Nesri. It happened with Milenkovic. It happened with Coletta Carr, and it's happening again. The same
Word up.
things. Like, I'm not being negative, but I'm being real. Like, that's the problem, because when you want to play, now me and Peach watched the guard the other day. I thought he was excellent. I really did.
Me too,
Anyone,
dog. He
and
was
I filmed
spicy,
it.
wasn't he? He was
And,
spicy. He was quick with it, and he held like his name lives up to his name, a guard, like he
and the
was guarding the back line.
And the problem is, West Ham dilly and dally all the time, and other clubs come in and take the deal off us. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear that, man. I hear that. But like, it's the same old story, though, isn't it? Like, we need a left back, we need a striker, and then Connor Coventry's coming back. So, like, where would you put the third? Like, we have enough wingers. Would you put like another center half up in the mix, or what would you do?
I don't think we're signing the striker, Pete, to be honest.
We have to. You can have
No,
the right. Like,
You
I
want
know
guys?
Moyes is false number nines and that, but
I
sorry, what's
think
that?
I
What's that?
think it'll be wingers. I think he'll
We
sign a
have
wideman.
enough of wingers, though. We have more wingers than strippers in strip clubs, Doc.
Do you know what I mean?
Yo, who else is in the building? Because there's like two other people, I think, in the building. Say something.
You want Pete?
What do you want my opinion
Hello,
on?
boys. It's Luke.
Yes, Luke Legend. What are you saying, my G?
About what? Who are we signing? Who are we not signing?
Are
Have
we
we
signing
signed
you?
Lewandowski and
Are
Neymar
you
yet?
gonna put your football boots on and like come play for West Ham, Doc? Are you just like chilling?
It won't be far off. It will not be far off because one used to play up front when one had a lung capacity that wasn't the equivalent of a walnut.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm the same as James. I think we'll end up with I think we'll end up going with more Cornet and Dennis as sort of attackers rather than strikers.
What do you think about Cornet, though? I think he's quality.
Um, again, it's 17.5 million quid for a striker. Well, sorry, not a striker. 17.5 million quid for a Premier League inverted commas proven forward player. You'd be mad not to, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get David. We're not going to get pick a striker out of the air who
What about
costs
Papa?
40 to 50 million, 70 million.
I think we'll get David. I think Moyes has his sights on David. My favorite one was the one Buzzy referred me to was Alvarez, who's now going to Man City. I thought that was the perfect signing. After Budgie told me about him and I watched him, like, Budgie, what are your thoughts on like Alvarez going to Man City when we could have snipped him up?
Well, like you said, we spoke about him.
We
and I
did.
said to you that I'd looked at him
Yep.
purely and simply
Take care,
because
guys.
I'd noticed him in a game that I'd watched.
Yep.
I can't remember the game that I was watching, but I noticed him. So I looked him up and I looked at some of his YouTube stuff, which can sometimes be a mistake. And we spoke about him on one of your shows one day.
Yes, we did.
And now Man City have signed him. So
Yeah.
clearly, at that particular point in time, he was available. He wasn't even on anybody's radar as such. And then Man City have signed him. So clearly, there's something about the lad. You know, I'd like to see what he does at Man City. I think he's going to be fresh.
Thing is, it's like anything with West Ham, though. It's like we could go out and we could all sit here and go name about 30 players West Ham should sign. But when you've got like no budget as good as like and a budget that's pretty poor, really,
Yeah.
that is a major problem. Do you know what I mean? Listen, at the end of the day, you got the people who are content and like what it is. But West Ham should be going up another level now. Like, and the last 2 years, we've had the two of the best seasons probably in our history, really.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
especially in our Premier League history. And we can't just go out and sign a player, get it done. Like, we'll have to sit there on Twitter or social media and wait and see if and hope that we get a signing. When we should be acting like a big club, and big clubs go out and sign top players, and West Ham just always seem to sign cast-offs who no one really wants. Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest here. Like, Areola is a player that should be signed and done, but we've heard nothing. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? And that is a major. That's a major problem. It is a major problem. And listen, I would love to see Ivan Toney in a West Ham shirt. I'd love to see Jonathan David. I'd like to see a striker at the club who I know's going to overtake Antonio. But there's many factors in this. Yeah. What is Rob Newman doing? That's the first thing, right? And
Where did he?
is Moyes different again?
Or is he just shutting down all the media like he did during the last transfer window?
I don't know, Budge. Like, there's too many times that I've looked at Moyes.
Speculating, James. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. But even after the January window had closed on the 31st, yeah, the 1st of February he comes out. There's a media statement that says, "Oh, we just couldn't find the players we were looking for." And I know that the window's not open yet and all that, but the worrying factor is other teams are plotting, and West Ham always seem to leave it so late, and then we're behind. Right, when on July the 1st, there should be at least, very least, 3 signings through the door.
Yeah.
Can I just play a bit of devil's advocate? In so much as if I'm, say, Jimbo, you're 22 years old. You're looking like you could be a top class player. I'm your agent, and I'm looking at Aston Villa and Gerrard and their multi-million-pound owners, or David Moyes and West Ham. Sort of, they're not billionaires, are they?
Mm.
And I'm going, well, which one am I going to sell you to get the most out of the most money I can for you and therefore me?
Yeah, but we can offer European football.
Let me finish, Pete. I'm going to flaunt myself and you at Aston Villa because I reckon that's an easier sell.
Well, you know what I would say, Luke, don't you? You know what I'll say to you? You being the agent, I'll turn around and say, I need to get a better agent.
Yeah. Whilst I'm there in my Lamborghini with my massive Monaco flat.
There, Mr. Like Evan Cornwall.
No, you go and play football, James. Me and the other guys, we're going to go and stay in Monaco for a couple of weeks.
The problem is, right, I get your sentiment here, yeah, and I get what you're trying to say, right, about Villa and all that as an example. I get it. But we've had 2 of the best seasons.
Also, Everton as well. What an easy sell that is. Sorry, James, carry on.
Right. But the last 2 years, we've had 2 of the best seasons, yeah? We've finished in the Europa League, got to the semi-final, and now just finished in the Conference League. If we can't attract players in our best moment, then that is a worry for me because big players should want to come to West Ham, and it seems like West Ham are scrambling about. Like Ram tonight for Germany, we've been linked with him. He looked excellent tonight down that left. Right, we need a left back. He to me is either one of this is my own honest opinion. There's 2 reasons why West Ham haven't progressed. The first reason is there is lack of funds at West Ham, and the second reason is Moyes doesn't know. I think Moyes wants signings that the board can't realistically give him, and that is it. I think there's certain players Moyes would go, you know what, I need a striker. I need to go out and spend a bit of dough on a striker. And I think the board have said to him, well, it's unreasonable. Do you know what I mean? Because you go on any West Ham channel or even on social media or whatever, yeah, we're getting linked with about 100 players in all different positions, right? But no one really knows who West Ham are going to get. Because like, if someone said to you, right, not one channel will tell you what West Ham's budget is, because no one knows. Now, West Ham's budget is not over in the hundreds. It's not 100 million. I'll be quite shocked if it's 100 million, because as we've discussed it on this channel before, right, you wouldn't go and put a lot of money in really a year's time they're going to sell. So to me, it's penny pinching and it's scrimping and saving just to get by. And Moyes if Moyes had financial backing, that is when I think Moyes would come into his own and possibly win something at West Ham. And that is it for me.
What are you saying, Lucas?
You talking to me?
I am talking to the one and only LUC to the. How do you say your name on the email thing? It's LUCS's. Isn't it?
LUCAS.
LUCAS.
Just
I
like
know.
how you spell my name.
What are you saying, LUCAS? What are you saying about that? What kinds of things, Don?
I mean, it's just just a bunch of fuckery all around, really. It's like you can make two cases for like any argument, like Rob Newman, for example. Like, in my opinion, I don't think Rob Newman is necessarily like not doing anything, but at the same time, I feel like the board aren't really helping him out, and he might be having a hard time adjusting to the new standards that are set for him, opposed to what he was dealing with at Man City, where he can literally scout anyone and then be like, all right, we're going to go get him if you think that's what's best. Which, again, you can blame that on Newman for not adjusting, but you could also blame the board because they're penny pitching.
But Lucas, if I said to you, I'm going to give you a job of £250,000 a year, and you can scout any player in the world, but we're not going to sign them. So you can go wherever you want over the world, expense pay it for you, but we're not going to sign them wherever you say we're not going to sign them. Isn't that the best job in the world?
Yeah, I mean, I just think the whole transfer window with us is just a huge fuckery. It's like
being a poacher.
Yeah, but ask yourself the reason why is it though like that, Lucas? That's the question that needs to be asked: is why is it so bad when other clubs seem to do business?
Because I mean, historically, ever since GSB have been in charge, haven't been run that professionally, and we normally, again, like every year we try and lowball offers to there. I wouldn't even call them low balls. They're like insulting offers. Like say a club wants £30 million for someone, we go in at 15.
Well,
it's that like that's not lowballing. That's just pure arrogant.
No, I'll tell you what that is. Right, I'll tell you what that is. That is like a boot sale vibe. That's like someone trying to flog you saying at a boot sale. And like, do you know what I mean? We're going for this guard, for instance, who's like
there's no way to run a club, and we all know that. And that to me is always going to be at the top of the list, the biggest issue.
Yep.
To be fair though, we're underbidding for players who we can sign, whereas previously we were overbidding for players who wouldn't ever going to sign for us in the history of the world.
I understand that. Yeah, that we're right. But
the old flipperoo.
Yeah, but a guard, for instance, is a good. It seems like a very, very good player. From what I've watched and what I've seen and heard, yeah, he seems quite decent. He seems very, very good for us. Let's put it like that. We need a left-sided centre half now to go in and just to keep stalling it. And it's not The thing is, if this was a one-off, people would say, you know what, a bit overreactionary, James. But this is about the fourth time now that this has happened over the last 2 years. Like, that's 4 times that a deal is like nearly enough done. And like Milenkovic was another one where we thought we had him in the bag. Everyone was saying it on their channels that we've signed Milenkovic. The next thing you know, it's stalled. It's gone. And it's the same thing happening again. And the problem that needs to be asked is, why does it keep happening? Is it the person who's running the deal? Is it the finances behind the deal? Or is it just simply our owners are going in with insulting offers?
And we still have no idea. Everyone keeps giving their own opinion, which I understand. There's really no fact. Like I keep hearing from so many people on my timeline. Like Rob Newman's doing negotiations, Moyes is doing negotiations, Sullivan's still doing it. It's like we don't know.
It's probably Brady.
No, we don't.
Brady.
Whatever.
And it's like that's why, in my opinion, like
it's definitely not Newman. It's
because
he's
couldn't negotiate the hole in the middle of a fucking donut.
and that's the reason why we don't sign no one.
Word up, Fuzzy. Yeah, Fuzzy. 100. Yo, come say hello. Come.
At the end of the day, we're going to hear all sorts of bullshit. And like I said a little while ago about the since David Moyes came into the club, there's been less and less genuine news coming out of the club sources. Every year we get less and less information. So listen, until you see someone wearing one of the shirts with their name on the back of it and David Moyes standing next to them, don't believe none of the bullshit. Simple. Yeah, we sign who we sign and we won't sign who we don't sign. Simple. But listen, at the end of the day,
special guest. Natty's in the building, dog. How you doing? My G. My G, how you doing?
How's it going?
Yo, show them your nails, dog. Show them your nails. What? And the toes match. Still, you know. Still no.
Have you been near them toes, have you?
Oh, yo, you know my game, dog. You know my game.
Look at you, look. Blushing, look. Look at you blushing, look. Carry on.
There's nothing wrong with that, boy.
Peaches in the building. Peaches in the building. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah, rah.
Peaches on the promise.
Sorry, go on. Continue, man. I apologize. Yo, is Cyber still in here? Or no? Did he leave? Cyber, you there or no? Yeah, he left.
You just got to look at it like, I understand what people are saying, but there's levels. Now, Newcastle are very much going to be in that question, in that conversation this year, right? Because they are going to spend, like they've already made strides already within the striker that we was going to sign. Do you know what I mean? And we've let go. So it's very frustrating at the minute. Listen, don't get me wrong. Moyes is doing a great job, but he can't keep doing it on a shoestring budget. It can't happen. And what sign does that give to Declan Rice and Jared Bowen? In my opinion, it ain't very good, is it? Let's be honest.
I agree, man. Shoestring budget things, but it's like, oh, you have to like what Lucas said is so real, and I've thought this for like the past since 2016, wasn't it? Like any player we go after, they ask for 30, we're offering them 10. They ask for 25, we're offering them 5. Like it's a term of disrespect, really, when we're trying to get players in, but like we're not even offering like half the price. We're like
because we're like a Sunday league side page in the transfer market.
Yeah.
Like, let's go back to last summer, right? We signed Alex Crowell because he knows Souček and Kafel.
Yeah.
Like that to me is not exactly how you run a Premier League side, is it? Let's be honest. Like from the amount of minutes that Alex Crowell played,
with owners that are treading water until next year when they can sell.
Yeah, but again, like as in we've discussed it on this channel before. Yeah, they're just not interested anymore in West Ham. They're like, oh, we'll just make good. But then that's where Kadinsky, who's got 22% of West Ham United Football Club, what is he doing? Or 27%, right? 27%. Now, what's he doing? Now, like, if GSB are going to sell in a year's time, they said, right, they're not putting no money in. Now, like, Daniel, what's going on, bruv? Like, you've come to the club, you've invested in the club, and let's be honest, what have you really done? Nothing.
He's taking a long run up, James. That's what he's doing, mate.
What's that? What did you say, Bucky? I missed that. What did you say?
Taking a long run up.
Yeah, not many, man.
Until 23, when they're not one out, without having to pay all this excess tax and all that. And then they'll just, sprint to the finish line.
No, you're right.
I actually disagree with that. I think he's taken a stake now with a view to someone else taking a long run up.
Like who?
Because I don't know yet, but haven't they just announced that wasn't it 15 million quid will buy us out of the athletics contract?
Yeah, you're right.
So once you've done that, and basically whoever owns the stadium, it's some quang of a quang of a quang of a government department of a quang of a government department. They're desperate to want rid of that. This is as I reckon, as Jimbo has always said, this is a land deal, and they will sell it for a profit, knowing that the next owner, another probably American, as Chelsea have done, because now again the interest has been piqued with America with a Chelsea owner. I reckon it's a land deal, and that they will snap it up and they will try and just, as Spurs have done, turn it into a stadium for everyone, and they'll have everything in there which way till Sunday, trying to pay for it. And they've got that massive restaurant and shopping centre and flats and blah blah blah. This was always a land deal because the government were too stupid from the beginning, once they got the Olympics, to make sure that this was, as they say, what was the Olympics say? A legacy. Well, the only legacy is someone with long pockets is going to make even longer pockets.
And what you're saying there is, that's how I do see it also. What you're saying there is that they're going to make everything around it. It's going to be like a shorter version, like a mini version of London in there. Like, before you get to London, you're going to have that. You're going to have like tourist attractions there and things like that, because West Ham, they've only started allowing West Ham to host things like the National League final. You got Soccer Aid. Before, I don't think they was allowed to do anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Because it weren't under their ownership. So it'd be interesting to see how the land lies with that. But if I'm honest, if Kadinsky's not up for it, what the fuck is he doing there? If I'm honest.
Well, I just think he's going in to balance the book, honestly. Like, I think Rob Newman said to like do 2 trips and get the balance book. Get the books balanced. Sorry, but like Rob Newman needs to get to work. Like,
but is it Rob Newman?
That's like a player signing. Like, he need him to start doing his job, like.
But Peach, is it Rob Newman, or is it that Rob Newman said, right, I've got A, B, C, and D players, and the board have said, oh, they're out, they're out of our price range. Like,
that's what I think it is personally.
So do I.
What, you think the players are out of the price range?
I think, well, if David Moyes has got to work with a £40 million budget, just for instance,
and this is the thing, I don't think Rob Newman is necessarily giving unrealistic targets either. Like, he's clearly a professional. So, in my opinion, I think it's really all down the board, just like being cheap again.
Lakeshore, go. What's your name, though? Ronald's in the building, though. Big up. Lake
Peach,
shit.
it's hard,
Yo,
you know.
go there. Trust me. You
I'm
should do
tall as
nothing
Peach. That's
hopeful
what I'm
about
going
it.
to say.
Anyway, go on.
Oh, hello.
Peach, you've been doing a construction job or something. Is that high vis you got on there or a worker's saying? What's that you're wearing?
Listen,
It's a flannel.
listen.
Red, white, and blue, mate. That's what
No,
it is. It's red,
listen,
white,
I'm
and
all
blue.
over the place. Straight up, I'm all up. Like, look at here. I'm not like some chakra thing, just now chakra thing. Yo, healing,
Go in there and
palm
ask them.
reading. Like,
Go in
yo,
there and ask them to read our fortune. Are we going to sign some blast?
okay, I will do too. You know. Hold up.
Oh,
So
God.
oh, here we go, mate. This is me.
Am I going to get arrested because
I
Peach
will
does
not get
this?
arrested for doing these things. Like, I only get arrested
Yeah,
if
but
I'm
you,
like doing something
that's what
nasty to
families is for.
nasty dog. Oh man, I need to like get my lighter and like banging out, or my keys are banging out, cause like, yo, shit, like, psychic reader. 905-484-837-8374. Don't know. It says they're open, but like, look inside. It says they're
Look,
open,
that
but
sums up West Ham's transfer window. Shut.
yeah, psychic reading.
Open but
Who we gonna
closed.
buy? Who we gonna buy? If you're like a true psychic, like psychic things, dog, who you gonna buy, dog? Real talk. I feel you.
The transfer window is open yet closed for West Ham United Football Club.
Yo, you know
Yeah,
what? I think
it
we're gonna
opens in
get.
3 days,
I
doesn't
think
it?
we're gonna get 8 signings, dog. I think we're gonna get 8 signings, and I see 2 strikers. Yeah, I think we're gonna get 2 strikers. I think it's gonna be Nunes and Jonathan David, and then I think we're gonna get left back, the World Boy, and then
Sorry, Pete.
maybe
Sorry,
three
Pete.
strikers.
Sorry, Pete.
Emmanuel Dennis.
Nunes,
Yo,
Nunes
I can cream.
and
I can
Jonathan
cream.
David.
I think you're disillusional. No, delusional.
Oh, I am 100%. I am 100%. I am. But like, why
When
not
does the
be
transfer window
disillusional?
open? Is it the 10th?
What's that?
Yes, the 10th.
So 3
Friday.
days' time.
Friday.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just June 10th, isn't it? You're right, guys. Yo, let's have this, yeah. Like, oh no, she looks a bit tight up still. Yeah, no. Hold on, I'll try it still. Excuse me. You just play tennis? How was your game? Wicked. Yo, you know about West Ham United? No, you sorry. It's all good. Don't be sorry.
Peach,
Yo, how many transfers do you think we're gonna get? You're whack. You're whack. Straight up. Yo, I'm trying to be nice to you and things. Yo, real things, dog. How you mean? Peaches in the
mate.
building. Peaches in the building. Blah, blah, blah.
I
Blah,
think the
blah, blah.
problem
Make
is.
sure
I
that
I
thought I
think the
thought I
building
problem
got
is.
is
nasty with the bounty, guys. I'm all good, dog. I
I
know
think
where
the
I'm
problem
going
is
tonight,
Pete
dog. Straight up.
isn't in the building.
What?
The
What's up?
problem is you're not in the building, mate. That is the biggest
Oh no,
problem.
I'm in the
You need
building,
to get
own the
in the
building,
building.
run the building, got like all the fucking like things in the building, dog. I'm in the building, dog. You are on the roof, dog. I'm in the building. So like I'd rather be in the building than on the roof. You know what I'm saying? And I got James Lucas and Budgie in the building with me, dog. So stay
and
on the roof, jump off if
Budgie's
you want. I
about to
won't
get
let
on
you, but
page,
like
mate.
yo, Peaches in the building. Rah rah rah. Chicka chicka chicka.
Budgie's about
Blah
to be
blah
on
blah.
page sometime
Yo,
soon.
If I say jigga jigga rah rah rah, can I come off the
can't
roof?
say it like I do, dog. So, yo,
Why am I
you
on the
can't
roof
say
on
it like
my
I do,
own?
dog. It's you can't. You cannot say it like I do, dog. Only Budgie can say it like I do, dog. Because I done heard him like he was a DJ. And trust me, homeboy knows his music like Tuesday, like straight up, like chicka chicka chicka. And he can do them things too. I ain't even playing with you. He can do them things too. Real
Okay.
talk.
Skip it,
No,
give it.
no, not happening. Not happening. I'm not
Yo, it's
making
Adam
birthday.
Frankel's birthday. Big up Adam Frankel. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday,
to
Mr.
you.
Frankel.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you. Happy
birthday to
birthday,
ya.
Adam Frankel. Happy birthday
Happy
to you.
birthday. Happy birthday to ya.
Yo, you know what? He started playing this thing. I ain't even playing with you. He started playing this thing called pickleball. Have you heard about pickleball, dog?
I've heard about pick a
I know
player.
pickleball.
Pick
No,
a
the
player or
fastest
two.
growing sport in America, pickleball, dog. Like Lucas knows what I'm talking about.
It's fun.
Have you ever played pickleball, Lucas?
I have.
Are you good?
I mean, I've only played it a few times, like in high school, for like.
But it's like it's growing rapid, like fast.
What is it?
I once
It's
played
fun.
pickleball with my Catholic priest.
Like it has to be Luke Legend, dog. Always, dog. Always, dog. Homeboy has the best sense of humor in the
Did
world.
he wear little red shoes like the Pope?
Dorothy
Well,
slapped him like
he
3 times and then went
he
back
made
to
me
Pickleball
feel
is
Catholic,
the
dog.
first.
How do you mean? No, pickleball is dope though. It's like badminton, tennis, and like what ping pong all in one. And it's like it's a bigger paddle than like ping pong with like I don't
Like a
know some
ball.
type of air ball and
It's like a
yeah.
wiffle ball.
What it's like a what?
A wiffle ball.
What's a whipple ball?
It's like a knockoff of baseball.
Oh, okay, so it's like a cricket ball
I
kind of
mean,
thing.
I'm not being funny,
Random.
lads, but we gave you a continent and a language, and you've been trying to recreate cricket for all these years. Why don't you just play cricket? It'd be bloody easier.
I agree with that. I because baseball is shit. Like baseball, I'd rather watch
Pickleball
paint dry than watch
world
baseball.
is
Dog.
like.
Like real talk. Honestly, like I go to
We've
watch a
created,
baseball match,
we've
Toronto Blue
created
Jays,
a
and I'll just like go on the piss. Like real talk.
we created a game that lasts for
Yep.
5 days, and each of
Yep.
those days
Yep.
has 3 individual sandwich breaks. And
Yes.
also, when it was invented, it was basically where all men went to get away from women because they wouldn't let women
Okay,
there.
so listen,
Obviously
no,
now,
listen to me.
now.
When
But
you go
cricket is
there,
way
when you
too
go
long
there
as
on the
well.
sandwich breaks, what sandwiches are you getting?
Well, normally I take pork pies
Yeah.
and
A
I'll take some
prawn
pork
sandwich,
pies.
dog, with cucumbers, or salmon sandwich with cucumbers, prawn sandwich. Like, yo, come with
I'll
me.
probably take a
Come with
cheese and
me. Roll
pickle, to
with
be
me, dog.
honest.
Roll with me.
Because
Roll with me with the
if
prawn sandwiches, dog. Straight
because if
up.
I because if you go to cricket, there's normally a
Yeah.
fish and chip, a curry stall,
Oh, yes,
there's all
please.
sorts. Yeah, exactly. And you just drink lager all day, and they let you drink alcohol while you're watching the game, whereas they don't let you do that with football because you can't be trusted, you little football fans, can you? You're all little scamps. You have a little too many beers, and you get too excited, don't you? You get too excited.
Always, always, always. But like, listen, Benson, I'll throw googly upon the sandwiches and eat them things like, yo, shove them down my mouth, dog. Like, honestly, a prawn sandwich in England is the best. Like, real talk. Like, we got sandwiches up these ways, like salami and ham and all them things. But yo, you can't get a better sandwich than a prawn sandwich in England. Just like with the crust cut off too. I want it with the crust cut off. Like, yo, that make me weird, but I love it with the crust cut off, dog. Straight up.
Fair enough.
It's either like wedding like sandwiches or funeral sandwiches. It's like starting a new life or ending one life. It's weird.
And christenings. But listen, on that note, I'm going to say goodnight to everybody because I'm
No, you're
out.
not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You ain't going nowhere, dog. Piss
You
off.
can't
You
get
ain't
me.
going nowhere. You ain't because we ain't heard the budget report, and the budget report is the budget report, dog. So like, yo, you cannot like leave without like giving us your budget report. And the budget report tonight consists of no transfers. It doesn't consist
USA
of
finishing second in the group.
come again.
He's going to also report why USA will finish second in the World Cup group.
Yes. Okay. There you go. So why USA are gonna finish second in the group, why Canada is gonna like get into the next round of the World Cup, and why England are gonna win it. Budgie, you're getting the solo camera. I don't even play. There you go.
None of that is going to happen.
Absolutely not.
Yes, it
England are
is.
not even going to get to the quarterfinals. The way they played the last couple of games, got no chance. America may probably even win the group because England ain't even going to get anywhere near the top. Canada, second or third, possibly, but I don't know. I don't really know much
Yeah.
about the Canadian squad, so I know very little about the American squad as well. Actually, if I'm honest, mate, that's it. That's it. I'm done. The budgie report is I'm bloody knackered. I'm going to bed. Love everybody. Thank you for joining us. Take care. Nice to see you, Lucas. Lovely to see you there, Peach. Love you all. Nice to
I
chat
love
with
you,
you,
boy.
James. Luke, always a pleasure. Take care. Come on, you irons. Bye for now.
Yes, sir. I know. I know. My G. My G. So now we got, E20's on TV in the place to be. I could be looking up at, like, Lakeshore Road, but I could be living on Green Street. Yo, so same question for you, Doc. Same question for you. America, Canada, England, where they going to finish? What do you say?
England will finish first in the group by comfortable
Bosh.
margin. We are going to edge out Wales to finish second, and Canada. Oh man, that's tough.
I know. We've never had a good football team, Doc. Never. It's like, since, like,
If Croatia wasn't in that group,
yeah, yeah.
I'd probably tout you to finish second, but
But they are. They are, though.
I think you'll compete for second. I actually think Belgium will probably win the group comfortably, and then I really, from my Croatia standpoint, I do think it's going to be an absolute battle to the death for that second spot because Morocco are
Yep.
decent,
Yep.
Croatia are good, but like they're inconsistent sometimes, and then
Yep.
Canada's on the up. You Canucks are
Really,
on
yo.
you Canucks are on
Really,
the
yo.
up.
No, I hear you, though. I hear you. I think it's too early for Canada. I think USA have a better shot. And I think England, when Gareth Southgate gets his system right, like, I think they could do damage.
He
But
just needs to get Craig Dawson in over Harry Maguire, and everything will
I'm
be
talking
gravy.
about boss. Boss, that's what I'm talking about. Because you got the likes of Belgium, you got the likes of who else? Like, in the World Cup,
Who's
like,
who's in the
Brazil's
group?
already there.
Who's in
And
Canada's group?
come again?
It's
Oh,
Belgium,
yeah,
Croatia, Morocco,
yeah,
Canada.
yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think Canada can get out of that group, mate. I
Of
really
course
100,
can.
you can.
100.
Can I do my predictions?
Yes, please.
Oh, cheers, bro. Cheers. Right. I think
Uh,
England
You always know
beat.
you can do them things, dog. Like, oh, asking me. It's off. Go on.
I
Yo,
think
hell with it. Run with it, dog.
England get to the semi.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't think they'll win it. I just don't think they're good enough at the minute. Um, I think they might get found out, especially if they play like they play tonight. I think Canada can get out the group, mate. I think Morocco can be beaten, and I think Croatia ain't the same team they once were. So I think Canada would be my dark horses to get out of the group.
Yep.
And USA will finish bottom of the group, no points, and basically,
That's hard.
what's the
That's
point
hard.
turning up to Qatar? No, other
That's
than to
hard,
watch.
dog. This guy, Lucas, what do you got to say back to that, dog? Come with it.
We just need to cancel our flight.
No, you don't, dog. No, you don't, dog. Like,
I'm starting a petition for the U.S. to just not even go to Qatar. What is the point?
no, don't even say them things,
Do
dog.
you,
Believe in your country, dog.
hold on.
Straight up.
Do you know though, Lucas, what your starting 11 would be for
I have
the American national?
I have a good idea.
Right, reel them off so I can know who they are. I know a few of them.
I'll do that right now. Let me just make sure.
Well, your goalkeeper. Who would your goalkeeper be? Stefan.
Me personally, I'm more of a Matt Turner guy. Zach Steffen's a bit dicey for me, but Matt Turner just got a move to Arsenal.
Is he?
Yeah, from New England Revolution. He's a
Alright.
good keeper.
Yep.
He's my
Yep.
type
He
of
is.
keeper personally. Like Zach Steffen's trying to be like an Ederson, obviously because he plays for Man City, but I don't think that's his game. But I'm a Matt Turner guy, but Zach Steffen will probably start and goal. And then we're gonna start Anthony Robinson at left back, Fulham, obviously, and then
Yep.
Walker Zimmerman, who's he plays in the MLS. He's okay. Basically, the main concern for me is going to be our center halves. That's
Right.
like our weakest point.
Yeah.
So Anthony Robinson left back. It'll probably be Walker Zimmerman and Miles Robinson of Atlanta United. So an MLS.
What about
pairing.
Long?
Aaron
Is it
Long.
Adam Long?
Aaron Long, he's okay. I'm more of a Miles Robinson guy, but he's hurt. And then John Anthony Brooks could still make the squad. Plays in Bundesliga.
Right.
And then Serginho Dest from Barcelona will be our starting right back.
Sergio.
Serginho Dest.
Posh name, like it.
He's German, another German American.
You love a German American. Right, we're going into midfield now, Lucas.
Midfield, Weston McKennie.
Does he start for you?
Absolutely, 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Adams, 2 Champions League players, 2 Bundesliga players. And then it's really a toss-up between like Brendan Aronson, who just came from Salzburg to Leeds, and then there's still Yunus Musa plays for Valencia. He's really good. And then Giovanni Reina, absolute stud. And then Christian Pulisic on the left, Brendan Aronson or Giovanni Reina on the right wing. They could both play in the midfield, but then
who does Reina play for? Dortmund, is it?
Yeah. He's been very good internationally for us. And then we have a bit of a striker issue, kind of like West Ham, where like there's a few guys that we have. I wouldn't say they're like clinical, but like they press really well and they fit the system, but like we're not the most clinical in front of goal.
Who are them guys?
Malik Tillman, a German American who plays for Bayern. Timothy Weah plays for Lille, obviously, and then Jordan Pafak, who plays for Young Boys, who scored like 20 plus goals this season. Ricardo Pepe, who just got to move to Augsburg.
How you doing, man? Good.
And Jesus Ferreira plays for FC Dallas. He's like another young talent. But yeah, with us, I would say we're technically good. We have a good mold to the team, but we're just finding goals is gonna. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be tough, but that's probably like the most challenging part. We don't have a clinical. We don't have a Harry Kane or a
Jonathan David.
Yeah.
I hear you, though. I hear you, man.
But I can assure you this: all those players I named are better than Dan James for Wales.
You know what? Yo, Wales is straight up, man. Like,
I don't know. Wales have got some good players there, man.
I do like Kiefer Moore.
They got Kiefer Moore. They got Brendan Johnson, who's come through their ranks. Will probably be in their first team.
He
They
should.
got Bale. They got Nico Williams. They've got some good players, Wales.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Honestly, it's like asking Senegal to do something. They ain't gonna do nothing. Dog, real talk.
Oh, you're out of all the people, mate. There, like, it ain't his fault.
Imagine. Yo, Greg, listen, I'm ending this right now. Lucas, I love you. Fever, I love you. I gotta eat some dinner. My mom cooked up a pork tenderloin, so I'm gonna go run 2 things. I might be on back later if y'all would love to join me. I would love y'all to join me. Yo, thank you, Lucas.
Bye-bye.
Pleasure, yeah? Thank you, James. Pleasure, yeah?
Love you all. Love you all. Love you, chat.
Trust me.
I just want to end it on this, though. Let's go Wales.
Let's go USA, dog. How do you mean?
Real quick.
How do you mean? Let's go.
James
Yo, I
said we're the
like the
Rangers is a
chant,
decent
but I'm
player.
gonna sing it, dog. USA, USA. I hate that when the rider company sing them things. But yo, I'm running that over Wales any day of the week, dog. Real talk, like you already know, man. Real things. Peaches in the building.
Yeah, you already know who it is. You already know. Hey, I called right at the end, bro. Told me we won. Yo, Antonio got a motherfucking tap in because Harry Kane's a pussy hole. Ha ha.